Hey everybody, welcome to my show for drummers only. Today we're going to talk about Clive Bunker, first drummer for prog blues band Jethro Tull. Clive Bunker was born in 1946 in Bedfordshire, East England. He found fame as the first drummer of Jethro Tull. His drumming was influenced by Ginger Baker, Mitch Mitchell, Buddy Rich, and Bobby Elliott of the Hollies. Bunker's first band, the Warriors, battled in obscurity in the 60s. He formed McGregor's Engine with Mick Abrams, another original Tull alumni. Bunker became known for his non-matching drum kit as well as his heavy-handed playing. His stay with Jethro Tull lasted 5 years, from 1967 to 1971. Tull began as a blues rock band which evolved to hard rock, folk rock, and prog. Ian Anderson is the heart and soul of Tull. He's a flautist, a guitarist, and vocalist. He writes the lyrics. 1969, the album Stand Up was a success. It went to #1 in the UK. It followed the less successful This Was album of 1968. A Song for Jeffrey was the standout. On the second album, Stand Up, Mick Abrams had left to form Bloodwing Pig. Bunker stayed with Tull. Martin Barr took over guitar duties in songs Beret, Back to the Family, Nothing Is Easy, Fat Man, and We Used to Know were more folk than blues. With a wad of jazz mic'd in for good measure, the sleeve art was taken from a woodcut by James Grashow. The gatefold sleeve opened with a pop-up cutout of the band. Now, musically, Anderson was influenced by Roy Harper. The song We Used to Know was apparently picked up subconsciously by the Eagles and used in their Hotel California. But it was 1972, and Don Felder, who wrote Hotel California, hadn't joined the Eagles yet. Ian Anderson let it go, saying Hotel California was a much better song anyway than We Used to Know. The chord pattern was extremely similar. Next album, Benefit, continued the family theme of stand-up, but it was much darker. John Evan contributed keyboards, and Tull now had more versatility. Tracks With You There to Help Me, Nothing to Say, Son, To Cry You a Song, A Time for Everything, Inside, and Saucity, You're a Woman were extraordinary examples of rock band evolving to a prog folk band. But critics didn't like it, but I loved it. 1971, Aqualung. The themes are the distinction between religion and God. John Evan was now a full member, and Jeffrey Hammond replaced Glenn Cornick on bass, who left to form Wild Turkey. Aqualung was a commercial success and is Tull's bestseller. It propelled Tull into arena rock status and a fixture on FM radio. Roy Harper and Bert Jansch influenced Ian Anderson. Aqualung was the persona of a homeless man photographed by Ian Anderson and his wife Jenny on the Thames River embankment. Bunker was quick to deny that Aqualung was meant to be a concept album, and Ian Anderson agreed. Now, Thick as a Brick, that was a concept album. The 11 songs of Aqualung are all outstanding, both as rock and as commentary. The critics lauded the former and cringed at the latter. Anderson's review of Religion was considered half-baked. Anderson said the songs were not meant as serious social commentary, but narratives of the rock music, perhaps a little more cerebral than You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. Clive Bunker left the band after the Aqualung tour, but in good standing. He had met the love of his life, and he didn't want to continue touring. He wanted to start a family. Bunker's music career would continue. He performed on solo efforts of Steve Howe and Generation X. He played on 2 albums with Aviator and Turbulence. He also put in time with Canterbury prog artist Steve Hillage, and he also became a member of Bloodwind Pig from 1994 to 2013, with session work for Manfred Mann, Solstice, and Beggar's Farm with Mick Abrams. Bunker put out a solo album titled Awakening in 1998. Other artists who have employed Bunker include Robin Trower, Jeff Payne, Jack Bruce, Glenn Hughes, Gordon Giltrap, Anna Ryder, Julian Roth, Electric Sun, Vicky Clayton, Solstice, and Jerry Donahue. Well, that's it I have for Clive today on my show. And next time we're going to talk about Don Brewer, famous drummer for Grand Funk. Thanks everyone for being with me on For Drummers Only. See you next time, my friends. Take good care.